Alright, folks. Bone, chalk, and I boom a chalk. You know these things are looking quite sus. By da 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 da. Okay. Okay. Docs. Guitar. Alright, and then let's see, before we do this, if we can find, or if we can do, cause I see, oh, what the fuck, hello? I seen, background remover is a thing, but I don't know how, like, you know what I'm saying, how well that joint works, so I'm curious to see. Oh, interesting. It's not bad. At all. Not bad at all. It's actually really good. So then I could even do this. Wow, that's insane. I could try one of these. Alright. So that's interesting. I will not be using the background filter, but it is cool. I do like it. I think it was like 330, right? And 330, and then we can just not use it. All right. Oh, I don't want to be recording. All right, we can turn that off. And then we can kind of show what we're looking at, which is this. Okay. I mean, so really all we're doing is the EDCG. Let's see what this looks like. Hallelujah. 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 Oh, am I not live anymore? I should be live still. I am still live. Not sure I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Hallelujah. Alright, so I can just put myself more close to here. There we go. Alright. So what we will be focusing on is switching between chords. So E minor to D. E minor, which is going to be the second fret on the 2 and the 3. And then we go to D. E minor to D. And D is... Oh god. So D is 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, or 2, 1, 3. So 2, 2, 1, Damn, it's just this finger. So it'll be 2, 1, 3. Well, first, let's try this. Ah, bro. It's like fiery pain. Bro, I don't know how to deal with this. Should I try like a Band-Aid? Or do I just fight through with it? I don't know. Or do I learn how to play left-armed? Maybe that's not what this guitar was made for, though. Ah, damn it! I don't know what to do. I think I should just fight through the pain, right? Let's see. Let's see what AI has to say. I have a scar on my fingertip from The issue is it's really hard to like you have to maneuver so much, especially like you can't really. It's easier just to do this. I think I just gotta fight through it. We'll see later. Alright, so alright. So E minor. Oh no, it's like this. D. Okay, so
third string, second fret, and then your second finger is going to go on the first string, second fret, and then your third finger is going to go on the second string, third fret. This one, you have to be careful here, and you're only trying to strum these last four. Again, if you hit some extra ones in the beginning, that's okay, but that's D major. Now, you may see people try to make it different ways. Some folks make it with just two fingers. That's okay, but really this is the easiest way to do it. D major. Way to do it. Two fingers. will try to make it different ways. Some folks make it with just 2 fingers. That's okay, but really this is the easiest way to do it.
Oh, is it here instead? Or here? His looks like it's on the second. So he goes. He goes boom. 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 Woo! Baby! Okay. Okay, and then we can try C. Which is gonna be 1, 2, 3. And that's gonna be bottom 5. Okay. And then G is gonna be all. So it's E, D, C, G. Which that one's gonna be. That one's gonna be. The second fret 1. Two, 3, 3. G is easier. I like G. gosh, dude. Ouch. E minor. So E minor is. Oh shit! It's actually 2 and 3. Watch out! Then we go to D. D. We go from. Two. D is 2. 3. Oh, it's 2, 3. Ow, Loki! Junk hurts like a bitch. I think I need a finger guard on this finger. Unfortunately. I will need tape. Oh, shit! We'll be back. I'm hungry. Alright. So... Bro, this is not gonna stay on my finger. Fuck. Does it hurt less at least? It does. It's way more manageable. What if I take the tape off? Shoot, the band-aid comes off too. Alright, fuck it, we're trying another band-aid. Actually, let's just see if this feels okay before we waste one. Does this even feel okay? Significantly more bearable, I guess. The tape just won't stay. What the heck? Alright, let's do it. So first, starting with E. E. Then we go to D. There's gonna be the 2, the 1, and the 3. And 4. Ah! What am I doing wrong? Bro, I do not know how to play fucking D. It's a bunch of bull shark, bro. Bunch of bull shark. Am I playing on the wrong, like, thing? So that can be there. That can be there. And this can be here. Bro! D's pissing me off, bro. And this band-aid is not sticking. Yeah, I just need a legit band-aid. Legit band-aid. That's what I need. Alright, we got band-aids. We got band-aids. See how it goes. Okay. D. Let's try D again. So I almost had it there, I think. Maybe the tape is not it. There's just that shit. Huh. Interesting. Okay. And then C. Which is gonna be 1. Oh my god. And then G, which is gonna be 1, 2, 3. And that one's not too bad, I think. So we got the 1, the 2, and the 3. Two, 1, 3. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh my god, dude. Alright, we're gonna skip D for now because I just don't know how to fucking play that chord, dude. That shit's hard as fuck. Actually, maybe we should just practice D then. That shit's hard as fuck. Maybe we should just practice D.
Here's how to play D chord on the guitar. First finger in the second fret of the third string, second finger, second fret of the thinnest string, and third finger goes down on the third fret of the second string. Most common problem here is that people will struggle to reach out with that third finger and ends up being a bit close to the other fingers there, in which case you're going to get this. It's going to buzz like that unless you press like super duper hard. So try and work your way up that third finger to get up next to the fret. That's going to be the biggest struggle for most people when they learn this particular chord. Also remember, we don't play the thickest two strings for a D chord. So we start on the fourth string, then it's the second fret, third fret, second fret. As I said, the biggest problem is the third finger being too far back and going a little bit buzzy, but the other problem is the third finger leaning over and muting the thinnest string. So you want to make sure you're up on your tips. Here's how to play D.
Shit, that is good to know. So then we go 2. See, I'm still fucking it up somehow. Frustrating. Alright, I think I'm gonna play for another hour. I'll play for another hour, and then I'm gonna I am live, probably gonna go for another hour, but your boy's learning the guitar. I'm gonna make a video out of this. Me and Zach are both learning it, but I don't exactly know how I'm gonna go about making this video, but I think it'll be a fun video to make, and I'm streaming all of my practicing, so we'll have some clips to use. You know, I have a lot of filming to use for the video. I just don't really know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have some advice. Like, will be an interesting video to see. I'm probably gonna go for another hour, but your boy's learning the guitar. I'm gonna make a video out of this. Me and Zach are both learning it, but I don't exactly know how I'm gonna go about making this video. But I think it'll be a fun video to make, and I'm streaming all of my practicing, so we'll have some clips to use. You know, I have a lot of filming to use for the video. I just don't really know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have some advice. Like, will be an interesting video to see. Also, if you're wondering what this is, it's where my finger, which is... Oh. Also, if you're wondering what this is, it's for my finger, dude. I cut it when I was on Jimmy John's, and I cut the fingertip off when I was at Jimmy John's, and there's scar tissue there, and it's extremely sensitive when I push down on the strings, so... Oh. Yeah. It hurts. So I needed a Band-Aid, so it hurts less. I am live, probably gonna go for another hour, but your boy's learning the guitar. I'm gonna make a video out of this. Me and Zach are both learning it, but I don't exactly know how I'm gonna go about making this video. But I think it'll be a fun video to make, and I'm streaming all of my practicing, so we'll have some clips to use. You know, I have a lot of filming to use for the video. I just don't really know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have some advice. Like, will be an interesting video to see. Also, if you're wondering what this is, it's where my finger, which is... Oh. Also, if you're wondering what this... Oh, God. Also, if you're wondering what this is, it's where my finger, which is... I am live. I am... Also, if you're wondering what the paper... Also, if you're wondering what the paper trash is, it's for my finger, which has scar tissue from cutting the fingertip off when I was at Jimmy John's. So now it's extremely sensitive, so when I push down on the strings, it's almost unbearable pain. So I used a Band-Aid, or I'm using Band-Aids, trying Band-Aids to see, you know, if I can limit the pain just slightly. I am live, probably gonna go for another hour, but your boy's learning the guitar. I'm gonna make a video out of this. Me and Zach are both learning it, but I don't exactly know how I'm gonna go about making this video. But I think it'll be a fun video to make, and I'm streaming all of my practicing, so we'll have some clips to use. You know, I have a lot of filming to use for the video. I just don't really know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have some advice. Like, will be an interesting video to see. Also, if you're wondering what the paper trash is, it's for my finger, which has scar tissue from cutting the fingertip off when I was at Jimmy John's. So now it's extremely sensitive, so when I push down on the strings, it's almost unbearable pain. So I used a Band-Aid, or I'm using Band-Aids, trying Band-Aids to see, you know, if I can limit the pain just slightly. I am live, probably... Bro, that's insane. Alright, let's do this thing. I'm learning the D chord whether we like it or not. And we don't like it. Because I'm struggling over here. So we're gonna get our fingers exactly like his are. Which is bada boom. Sorry. Bada boom. No, bada boom. Bada boom. And bada boom. And oh, bada boom. I get it now. This is the most crazy ass, like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Look at this shit. This, I'm a fucking Guitar Hero here. Go crazy, shit. Motherfucker. 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 And I fuck around. And I ruled the town. And I fucked around and I ruled the town. And I wanna die and I wanna cry. And I sing the song of oh my. And I sing the baby lullaby. And I hope that I will never die because I'm so scared and mortified. Oh, how the shows go on. Okay. I still don't feel confident about it. So what we're going to do, my fingers are sweating, dude. We're gonna do is we're gonna try it again. So first we start with this one. Then we add this one. Oh. This one. Boom! And I sing a song that I hope I'm gonna get tape for my Band-Aid. Because honestly, I am not trying to fuck around. And I run around and I roll the sounds, 'cause I hope I don't die, but I might die. I'm hungry. Okay. I shall stay. Oh, I can eat nuts. This works perfect. I enjoy myself some nuts. I actually do enjoy nuts. I go nuts for nuts. Alright. So. We're going to do D right here. And that is 2. Sorry. 2. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna spam do the note. I don't know how he makes his index finger so much bigger than his middle finger. It's weird. Maybe his index finger is just way bigger than his pointer finger. Man, bro, that's so fucking hard. How is he not touching it? How the fuck is he not touching it? Man, this shit's impossible, bro. This shit's impossible. This is impossible. Oh my god. Alright, fuck this shit. No band-aid. Let's see how it goes. Come on. Shake the bush. Pastor. Alright. The friends are the lessons we made along the way. Are the lessons are the friends we made along the way or something? Shit. Shit. Booyah! I got it. I got it. I got it. We will celebrate with nuts. Because I'm going crazy. You know what I'll do? Hold the guitar. Then learn how to strum. Then learn the chords. Then or song. Then practice how to do the chords. So first is 719. D chord. We're just gonna keep practicing the D chord. Either the finger is Alright. Let's try it again. Alright, cool. Nice one then, Francis. Um... Alright. Cool. So that was D. We got G. What's C? Oh, C's gonna be fucking hard. Fuck me. Fuck. 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 Bro, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? How the hell are you supposed to do C?
Hey Justin, back with you today. We're checking out how to play C chord. Now, it isn't the easiest chord for beginners. It's one that I found particularly challenging. I'm going to give you as many tips as I can to help you get your C chord sorted out as quickly as possible. So, this is what a C chord looks like. We've got our first finger in the first fret.
She just has a bit pushed down.
Of the second string. The second finger goes down in the second fret of the fourth string. So actually, if we put the third finger down there, we'd have an A minor chord. So it starts kind of like that. But now, third finger is reaching around to the third fret of the fifth string. So that's already, for some of you, going to be a pretty tricky situation to find your fingers in. The first couple of things to notice. One, the angle of the fingers. So it's not this. If you try and play a C chord like that, it's really, really difficult. Just getting the stretch between those two fingers and the first finger, I can kind of do it, but definitely not left-handed. This is a real difficult way of playing the C chord. So just know, by angling the hand there, you end up, it's kind of like you're putting the fingers, you know, it's a lot easier that way. It's not actually stretching, it's just changing how much curling up they're doing, okay? Now, the challenge with the chord, the first thing is that we don't want to play the thicker string. We want that note to be dead. So when we put the third finger down, the tip of the third finger is touching the thicker string as well as pressing down this note. So it's holding that note down and muting the thicker string. Now again, when you first try and mute that thicker string, you're going to find it pretty difficult. And don't worry about it if you don't get it on the first few days that you're practicing the C chord. As soon as you feel like you've got the rest of the notes ringing out true, then start to worry about just when you get the C chord down, just move that third finger over just that little bit to be able to mute that thicker string, because it is kind of an important part of the making the chord sound good.
Like, how the fuck? I don't understand. Isn't it supposed to... Shit.
Now, as well as that, the third finger has to be on the tip enough to let this note ring out. Because if the third finger lays down too much, you'll find that it mutes the fourth string. So it's got a bit going on here. I think moving it slightly higher so that it's muting the fifth string, that will automatically clear the way for the fourth string. This note on the fourth string shouldn't be too much of a difficulty really, unless you got your finger too far back and you get it buzzy or you're not pressing hard enough. You should have that one all right. Open third string. If it's dead, it's almost certainly the underneath of the second finger laying down a bit too much, like that. So you just make sure you're lifting, again, just moving the hand slightly further forward. You know, only a few millimeters will bring it out enough. I know it looks like I'm touching there, but still there's this little gap here between the first finger, where the first finger meets the hand and the guitar neck. It's not touching. Looks like it's kind of touching like that, I guess, but there's ever so slight gap. Later on you might want to touch it, but at the beginner stage I would definitely recommend leaving a very small gap there.
That shit's hard as fuck. 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 I need to cut this.
First finger, again, you should be fine with that. Make sure it doesn't creep too far forward and go a bit dead. And it needs to be right on the tip of the first finger because you've got an open third string, the fretted note on the second string, and an open thinner string. You've really got to be on your tippy, the tippy toe, I was going to say, the tippy tip of your finger. Otherwise, you're going to mute, if it's too flat, you're going to mute that thinner string. So as usual, we're going to be doing the strum. Pick out the strings one at a time, including the thicker string, which should be dead. And then when you've got them all happy, give it that strum. Most people find the C chord pretty tricky when they first encounter it. That's okay. You just got to persevere through that little difficult section. One thing that I think can really help is putting the fingers into the right place and then really thinking about this relaxed arm and the relaxed shoulder. Just trying to find a way where it feels comfortable. The fingers will be at an angle. If they're really square, that'll automatically put loads of tension into your wrist. So just having the fingers at an angle, nice and relaxed elbow, relaxed, that's relaxed and loose together. Just really trying to keep that, keep the feeling of it nice and comfortable, because that part of the challenge here is to find the right way for your anatomy to fret the chord easily. Okay, we're all slightly different, so we're all going to have slightly different challenges with the chord. Some people might find the C chord real simple. Great, awesome. Other people will find this like the hardest thing ever. You just got to find your way to get the fingers to sit right. And I think the key thing is that getting the fingers in the right place, and then just relaxing your arm and your hand and seeing if you can find a spot where the C chord feels pretty comfortable. Once you've got the C chord on its own, therefore the next kind of challenge becomes changing to it. So make sure that when you're doing your chord practice that you're doing the whole hand off and then finger 1, 2, 3, off. Yeah, I mean you're checking in between, checking all of the strings, but the actual removing of your hand and then trying to help it find its way back again is going to make it better when you start doing the chord changes like C to G or something like that, where well, actually we don't start with C to G yet because we haven't done G chord yet, but C to D, for example, with all of the fingers have got to move quite a lot. It's not done like kind of checking in between, checking all of the strings. A spot slightly different, that'll automatically put loads of tension into your wrist. So just having the fingers at an angle, nice and relaxed elbow, relaxed, that's relaxed and loose together. Just really trying to keep that, keep the feeling of it nice and comfortable, because that part of the challenge here is to find the right way for your anatomy to fret the chord easily. Okay, we're all slightly different, so we're all going to have slightly different challenges with the chord. Some people might find the C chord real simple. Great, awesome. Other people will find this like the hardest thing ever. You just got to find your way to get the fingers to sit right. And I think the key thing is that getting the fingers in the right place, then just relaxing your arm and your hand and seeing if you can find a spot where the C chord feels pretty comfortable. Once you've got the C chord on its own, therefore the next kind of challenge becomes changing to it. So make sure that when you're doing your chord practice that you're doing the whole hand off and then finger 1, 2, 3, off. Yeah, I mean you're checking in between, checking all of the strings, but the actual removing of your hand and then trying to help it find its way back again is going to make it better when you start doing the chord changes like C to G or something like that, where you know, actually we don't start with C to G yet because we haven't done G chord yet, but C to D, for example, where all of the fingers have got to move quite a lot. It's not a super easy change unless you've got used to getting those fingers in position. It's just a practice thing, right? It is going to feel tough at the beginning, but you know, a couple of weeks practice, this one will be feeling just as easy as all of the others.
Gordon. That's facts, Nihai.
What's up everyone, Mike here from The Art of Guitar. Today I want to show you a guitar lesson, an introductory guitar lesson that I used to do back in the old days when I taught 60 students a week. And for a while I was feeling very fortunate because I had so many students, and I thought it'd probably be kind of cool to offer one free lesson a week to just some random student. And if they sign up or not, it didn't really matter to me because I was pretty full anyway. But I realized that with this particular lesson sequence, so many people learned so much in the first lesson that they always wanted to sign up. I had about a 99% return rate, which is really cool. So what I want to do is I want to show you what that lesson is. And if you're teaching guitar, this could help you maybe show you what to teach on the first lesson. At least what I do. And then if you're a student, and you're just starting out, you can just learn the lesson for free right here. Okay, I always want to make sure you're sitting up straight. A lot of people hold the guitar, you know, in the beginning, and they sort of slouch back like that. So just make sure the guitar is sitting on your lap. And I prefer to put it, if you're right-handed, on my right leg, like this. Some people you'll see do this. This is more of a classical way to hold the guitar. Some shredders do this as well. It's a good idea, but I prefer you do this, that when you stand up and play, it'll pretty much be in the same spot, okay? As far as just holding onto the guitar, what I like to do is I like to take my forearm and sort of rest it on the body, and it balances itself if you do that most of the time. And then, as far as just the fretting hand, what I always tell people to do is to, right now, for the most part, keep your thumb behind the neck. So it's going to be more like this, and there's a line on the back of my guitar that's helpful. But I just want your fingers to be very free when we do our first little exercise, okay? Later on, the thumb can come over the top. That does happen, but for today, try to keep it in the back for the most part, okay? And then as far as holding the pick, this is all pretty quick. I go more into detail on the website, but I'm just going to go through it a little bit quicker today. I want this to fit in the half-hour lesson time. Okay, so if you take up your guitar pick and hold it at the nose like that, and then your other hand makes sort of the OK sign with your hand like this, go like that with your first finger and put it over your thumb, and then stick the pick inside like this. This is what I like to do. You might think, well, the pick's sticking out like sideways, right? But when you point it towards you like this, suddenly the pick, the nose of it's pointing right at the guitar. Some people think you're supposed to have the pick pointing along with where your thumb's pointing. But then, if you bring it to the guitar, you have to do this to make it work, which doesn't make sense. So make sure the nose of the pick is pointing towards you, and you've got this sort of thing going on. You can curl you can kind of make a fist, don't really clench like that. I sort of leave my fingers dangling like that. Okay, then what you want to do is you just want to start to strum the strings a little bit. Just get a feel for that. What I tell people is to take your wrist and rotate it like that. Kind of like you're, doing this with your hand, versus your whole arm moving like that. You don't want to be this person. Okay, it's a hard habit to break, so you don't want to start it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take the pick and let it fall. All down through the strings like this. Okay, so some people ask if you should go up at this point. You can, but it's a little bit tricky because the pick might feel like it's getting stuck, okay? So what I like to do is if I do an upstroke, I do like a sweeping motion, where I tilt the pick slightly so that it'll come up the strings in a good way. Okay, if you don't tilt the pick, you can easily get stuck in the strings. You notice you can do that without even using your fretting hand yet, your left hand if you're right-handed. Just the forearm's holding the guitar in place, and you're strumming through it. Some guitars are so well balanced, like mine's pretty good. You could just take your forearm off and still do it. But there are a lot of guitars, especially if you put the tuner at the top, where it starts to dip down. Okay, so you might be wondering, you're holding the guitar, you're strumming, you kind of know how to have your left hand a little bit, you know, the thumb in the back. Shouldn't you tune your guitar first? A lot of people ask that. But in the first lesson, I don't like to spend a lot of time tuning, because if you spend all that time teaching the student how to tune, the whole lesson's done by the time you're done. You know what I mean? If you're explaining each string and then how to bring it up higher or lower and what to do, and then their first lesson they go, I didn't really go home with much, you know, or at least it's going to seem that way. So I usually tune their guitar for them, and since I'm not physically there to tune your guitar for you like I would do at a real lesson, this is the hardest part of trying to teach online, is I don't know what your guitar sounds like, so it could be way out of tune. What I recommend is either bring it to another guitar player who knows how to tune, or a guitar store, and just have them tune it. Now, it probably will go out of tune a little bit, but at least you'll be in the ballpark. You know what I'll actually do for you guys too? Is on the Art of Guitar website, I'll make that one lesson open to the public, so that if you want to go look for it, it'll be called Tuning with an Electronic Tuner, and you could do it from there. Teaching you how to tune using the 5th fret method takes a lot longer, and there's way more involved with it, so we'll skip that for now. But if you want to do the electronic tuner lesson on the website for free, go right ahead. The string names are important to know right away, because I'm going to be referring to them today. So I like to say E, A, D, G, B, E. I go in that order, so I go from
E, A, D, G, B, E.
thickest string to the skinniest. And then I say, to remember it, a lot of people think Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. And because it's a mnemonic device they call that, it's really easy to remember, because you just remember that little saying, Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. And you're good. You've learned the names of the strings, you know there's 6 of them now, and you know how to hold your pick, how to strum a little bit, and how to sit. Your posture should be like this, okay? If you start to slouch, remember, you don't want to set that in motion right away. You want to sort of sit up straight, so that when you play live, you're not like this, okay? Plus it's easier on your
Playing live,
okay, I like to jump
straight
right
like
in and have the
this,
student just start
like this, like this,
right?
like
Don't mess
this.
around. I don't sit there and try to teach them how to read
Fuck
music
around,
right
bitch, you
away.
got wrist.
Obviously, I didn't teach how to tune right away, so we're getting right into
Fuck
playing.
around, bitch, you got
And then you really
wrist.
start to
Like
feel
this, like this,
what
like
it's like
this.
to actually play the guitar, and you get more excited about it. All right, so let's do this. When I say the first string on the guitar, I'm talking about the skinniest string. So I want you to take your pick and just pluck the first string. Okay, if you remember our little saying, that's Eddie, so it's going to be E. That is the E note.
Oh,
Okay.
say what? Eddie?
So what I want you to do is practice just picking downstrokes on that one string. So go like this.
Eddie. Eddie.
So you can also do this without your fretting hand. You just do this for a while. Get used to the feel of plucking a string. Okay, now our fretting hand's getting a little restless. We've got to get it into the party a little bit. Let's go ahead and we're going to count up these strange looking boxes, okay? These are called frets on the guitar, these metal bars. But today, to make it simple, I'm going to refer to each of these boxes as frets, and we're going to count up a certain amount, all right? So if you start counting, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. All the way up to my guitar goes to 22. So what I want you to do
22
is I want you to count up to
frets.
5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the skinny string, okay? And all I want you to do is place your pointer finger, your index finger, in that box on the skinny string. And what we're going to do is we're going to push down a little bit until the string touches the metal bar that's right here. That's all it takes to make a note, actually. So there's a couple quick little tips here. Be sure to use your fingers.
This sounds terrible. The art of guitar.
What
is this?
Down, or it's called fretting, right behind the metal bar, right behind the fret, okay? Not on the metal bar, not in the middle of the box, but right here. Is the best spot.
Right on that bit.
And then use just enough pressure to make that happen, all right? Now, hold that down, take your pick, and just pluck that note. difference from when you played an open string. Let's try an open string once. Now let's go back to pressing down. I kind of hate to say that. Fretting the 5th fret of the 1st string. Hear the difference? Okay, so now we're going to do that picking thing we did earlier with the open string with this note fretted. So just play it 4 times with me. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now don't push super hard, otherwise your finger's going to hurt. You're going to have this huge line on your finger and it's just not going to feel good, all right? So, and it's not going to sound the best. So really just use enough pressure to make it happen. You'll know if it's too little pressure. Too much, you'll just start to feel that pain a little bit, and you'll push the string out of tune eventually, all right? Now, don't lift off your finger. I don't want you guys to go like this when you go to the next note. Instead, what I want you to do is keep that there as an anchor. So you sort of have your hand anchored right here. Take your middle finger and place it on the fret next to it, so the 6th fret. We're still on the skinny string, the 1st string, okay? So now we have the 5th fret and the 6th fret pushed down. And really only the 6th fret's going to make a noise. So it's whatever finger is closest to your pick, it's going to affect the sound. So let's go ahead and play that note now. So take your pick and pluck it. By the way, you might notice when I'm holding my pick, I'm not holding it so close to the nose of it that I can't get the pick to hold the string.
Oh God.
More common. I'm not holding it so far away that it feels like the pick's going to fall out of my hand. That's a terrible feeling.
You do not want your pick spot in your hand.
Just kind of in the middle, if not more towards the nose. But I still have enough to make the note happen without it feeling like it's flopping all over the place, okay? So let's do 4 of the 6th fret now, okay? Ready, go. 1,
Oh
2,
shit.
3, 4. Now we can do this fun little game. We go back to the 1st finger 4 times. On the 5th fret, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the middle finger back down 4 times, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can probably guess what's next. The ring finger. Now, the important thing is to keep your fingers curved because you really want your fingertips to be doing most of the work. Okay, if you're flat, it's not good. You want to keep them curved as much as possible. If your hand starts to hurt, make sure you sort of relax it. You can always do hand stretches, which we go into deeply on the website, finger yoga I call it. But for today, you should be okay. We're not going to do too much. All right, now we're going to have the ring finger, the 3rd finger, still on the skinniest string, okay? But this time on the 7th fret. So we have 5, 6, 7 right in a row. Let's play that 4 times. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just to speed things up, the next one, of course, is going to be the pinky. The pinky's going to feel the weakest, so give it some time to develop. Let's do that one 4 times. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're starting a warm-up exercise without even knowing it. It's called the spider exercise. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 finger-wise, but we're going to play each of them 4 times each. Okay? Let's start from the beginning. 1st finger, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place your 2nd finger down. Next to it, go. 3rd finger. Pinky. A lot of people think you should go backwards at first. I wouldn't do that until maybe later lessons. We do more expanded spider exercise on the website, but not today. What I want you to do instead is once you can do that, move to the 2nd string and do the exact same thing. So I'm going to speed it up. You don't have to.
What the fuck is going on?
Then, of course, the 3rd string. See, everything sequences. Now, if you want to stop at the 3rd string, that's totally fine. Going to the 4th, 5th, and 6th strings can be a little bit tough on the wrist at first because you're not used to this feeling. So I want you to relax before your wrist starts to hurt a little bit. You don't want that happening. You don't want wrist pain right off the bat. Okay, so the least that you should be able to do after the first lesson is at least the 1st string, all 4 fingers, just get a sound out of each one. If you can get a good sound out of the first one, do 4 times on each of them. That's huge, okay? Your eventual goal is to go across all 6 strings, doing 4 of each, and then eventually we'll do 2 of each and 1 of each. But for today, stick to 4, it's totally fine. Some people ask, can I do upstrokes when I do that? I wouldn't recommend it right away. You don't want to go like this right away. okay? Because you're not really able to do upstrokes as well as you can do downstrokes, and the
Bro, what the?
across all 4 fingers, just get a sound out of each one. It's feeling. So I want you to relax before your wrist starts to hurt a little bit. You don't want that happening. You don't want wrist pain right off the bat. Okay, so the least that you should be able to do after the first lesson is at least the first string, all 4 fingers, just get a sound out of each one. If you can get a good sound out of the first one, do 4 times on each of them. That's huge, okay? Your eventual goal is to go across all 6 strings, doing 4 of each, and then eventually we'll do 2 of each and 1 of each. But for today, stick to 4, it's totally fine. Some people ask, can I do upstrokes when I do that? I wouldn't recommend it right away. You don't want to go like this right away. Okay, because you're not really able to do upstrokes as well as you can do downstrokes, and the downstrokes are more important at this stage, at this level. So in later lessons, we definitely will do upstrokes. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump right into some chord shapes, because once you can play a couple chord shapes, you feel like you're already playing songs. That's a great thing, to already feel like you're doing stuff with the guitar. So what I want you to do now, we have the fingers warmed up a little bit. We used all 4 of them, so we should be able to make a few easy chords. I say easy, but they can be challenging at first. What I want you to do right now is to find the 3rd string. So remember, we start at the skinniest string, 1, 2, 3. This string is called G. Okay, so what you need to do is take your index finger, and we're going to place it on the 3rd string, but the 1st fret, right here.
Alright.
If you want to, you can take your pick and just pluck the 3rd string,
is
make
this
sure
D?
it's making a sound. Okay, sounds good. If it sounds like this, you're not pressing enough. So give it just enough pressure, alright? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to try something just for fun, just to hear some notes playing at the same time. That's what a chord is. We're going to play the 3rd string, the 2nd string, and the 1st string all at the same time. So watch my picking hand here. I'm going to start at the 3rd string and just brush across the strings. We're making an E major chord right now. This is just a baby version of it, even though it does contain all the notes of the full chord, but we're going to double up some of the notes and make it sound really huge, okay? But it can be a little tricky to get the fingers to follow our orders at first. So this one should be good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ring finger, our 3rd finger here, and we're going to place it on the 4th string, 2nd fret, like this.
Ring finger. Finger 3 on the 4th finger, D. Okay.
So right away, that's kind of weird. So let's get the other finger in there now, just to complete it. Take your middle finger and place it on the 5th string, 2nd fret. So you end up with this kind of shape right here. It's not really an obvious shape like a straight line or anything like that, but you'll just grow to remember that as an E shape. Now, if you can make this shape, what I want you to do is I want you to pick, go to the fattest string on your guitar, the 6th string, and just sweep all the way across.
Hurts like a bitch. And it hurts, and it hurts, and it hurts like a bitch. And it hurts, and it hurts, and it hurts like a bitch. And it hurts, 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 and it hurts like a bitch. And I don't want to say goodbye to all the other haters. I just want to live life like my name is Mater. Mater the tractor I do. I be solving like I'm Scooby-Doo. My name is Shaggy, and I solve mysteries, not to get all super braggy. But I'm playing Fortnite and my screen is looking laggy.
And just to take
Let's restart that.
Everything like's kind of weird, like our orders at first.
All right.
So this one should be good. The next thing we're gonna do is
3rd finger 1 on 3rd string 3. Fuck a bitch. Ugh. How do these work? They're supposedly at Walmart. Fuck. Alright, let me finish this lesson.
So we're gonna take our ring finger, our third finger here, and we're gonna place it on the fourth string, second fret, like this. So right away, that's kind of weird. So let's get the other finger in there now, just to complete it. Take your middle finger and place it on the fifth string, second fret. So you end up with this kind of shape right here. It's not really an obvious shape like a straight line or anything like that, but you'll just grow to remember that as an E shape. Now, if you can make this shape, what I want you to do is I want you to take your pick, go to the fattest string on your guitar, the sixth string, and just sweep all the way across. Isn't that a great sound? Big sound. Okay, so instead of just doing the little 3-string version of it, we're doing the 6-string version, E major chord. Now, some people have trouble fretting it the way we did in that order, so if you did have a little trouble, do it the opposite way, okay? So let's take our middle finger, this is the same chord, by the way, and let's go to the 5th string, 2nd fret. We'll do that first. Now take your ring finger and tuck it underneath that finger on the 4th string.
Alright, I'm done. I'll come back to this later. My finger's dying right now, and I'm suffering, and we're experiencing pain like a bitch. But we can do E. We can practice E before we head out. Let's practice E real quick, and that is gonna be one of these. And then we dip. Cause we hopped around a bit and we don't like the money to get rich. We learned, the last thing that we learned, because I don't know if I'm gonna play more guitar today, but we'll see, is we learned that what did we learn? We learned that my finger hurts. That's what we learned. Alright. I'll definitely be streaming again, but guitar is done for today. Okay? Or this stream. This stream of practicing guitar. Done. Oh, what do I want to leave everybody with? Alright. This is what I'm gonna leave everybody with today, okay? This is what I'm gonna leave everybody with. Fuck. Alright, ready for this? This is what I'm gonna leave you with today. Life doesn't always give you chocolates. And because of that, sometimes you just gotta make your own chocolate. And then just fucking eat that shit. That's my quote of the day. All right.